need some motherfucking views.
Hey everyone, what's going on? This is your daddy, Bart Coppens, and recently my channel got 10,000 subscribers. Woo! So you're probably wondering, what the hell is going on here? Well, I'm a big YouTuber now, so I guess now I'm going to make a tutorial of how to get views on YouTube. Because has this ever happened to you? You upload a video and nobody is watching it. Oh my fucking god. If you don't get any likes and subscribers, you may as well be fucking dead and irrelevant. You may as well have never lived. I don't care if you're an astronaut, if you're a scientist, if you're the president of the United States. Oh my god, if you don't get any views, you're such a loser. So this big daddy Bart Coppens is going to make a YouTube tutorial of how to get views, or rather how I get views, because I actually have a secret formula of getting views on YouTube, and I never shared them with anyone before because you see, I needed them myself. I don't want to give my competitors the secret to my success. So but today, since I have over 10,000 subscribers, I have a new mini-series called a YouTube tutorial. You're going to sit here and listen to it. Why? Because you have nothing else to do. So let's get started. How I get views. On the internet there's a lot of places where you can shamelessly promote yourself. I mean, that's what the internet is for, right? Showing the world how awesome and intelligent, how much of an alpha male you are, like me. One of the first things I always had success with is called Reddit. Okay, Redditors are very intelligent people. sorry. Redditors are, it's a good website to promote your content. Why? Because it has an upvote system. What does it mean? Well, a lot of people at the moment are submitting garbage to Reddit and it doesn't get many views. But when people like what you post, they can upvote it. They can click on an arrow, I like this post, and it will go up in rating. Now here's the thing, here's the crux, guys. If people like your post on Reddit and it's upvoted a lot, it will go on the top of the page of the subreddit. A subreddit is basically like a subforum if you're a boomer who used to post on forums. Yeah, let me show you one post I had success with on Reddit. This is one with the Atlas moth. Can you see it? That's about 2,000 upvote. And that means that at least 2,000 people have seen this post, which includes a link to my video on YouTube. But 2,000 upvotes, it means a lot more views, because not everybody is clicking the upvote button. So I would say that this Reddit post at least gave me maybe 2,000 to 3,000 views on YouTube in one day. And Reddit, let me show you some more Reddit posts here. There's several posts I made on Reddit. I post my videos on there sometimes and they do get attention. So if you are a beginning YouTuber, consider joining Reddit. Now I do want to say one thing. Reddit is a community, it's a forum. They don't like people who come there only to promote themselves. So if you're going to subscribe to Reddit and promote yourself there, make sure that you actually engage in the community. Make sure that you actually talk to people, because if they find out you only have an account to spam your videos on Reddit, you will get banned. So you have to be actually an active part of the community. And I know it's hard because Reddit sucks and the people there are not interesting, but if you try your best, just find some of the charity in your heart and leave a nice comment. Haha, nice meme, bro, you have epic memes, I love this, here's epic stuff, you're great. Just pretend to be a normal, regular member of the forum who isn't just there to promote himself, and you are golden. Number 2, Facebook. Oh yes, Facebook, the big social network we all know all of. Let me show you one post on Facebook that I posted that exploded. Ta-da! You see that? That's like 4,000 shares. That means at least 4,000 people shared my post. But when a post is shared, there's more people who see it. So this post right here, this single photo here, again me with the Atlas moth, it may have gotten me at least 10,000 views in one day. That's a lot of views, guys. Facebook is actually a very useful platform if you know how to use it. I also have a Facebook page, it's called Moth of the Day, and let me show you some of the things I post there. For example, memes, pictures of my butterflies, pictures of my moths, some of my insect jokes and humor. It's more of an edgy, funny page, but it has about 50,000 likes at this moment. And I even programmed a robot, a bot, a script to repost my videos on YouTube whenever I upload a new one, so the people there get notified. The 50,000 people on Facebook, they get notified whenever I upload a new video, and they come to check it out. I also have an automatic reminder there to thank my patrons whenever somebody subscribes to my crowdfunding platform Patreon. So it makes it as a very interactive platform that you can use to divert attention away from Facebook to YouTube. And this is next to Reddit, which gotten me thousands of views. Facebook is probably the biggest one. I get a lot, most of my attention comes from Facebook. Facebook is a huge community. But you also have to understand Facebook is not a place to gather followers. You have to make a page because your personal profile, you can only have up to 5,000 friends. And things can definitely go viral on Facebook, but it's different than on Twitter or Instagram or any other platform. Because you actually have to grow a community, you have to make a page, find a community for it, engage with them. It's like cultivating a garden. However, to you beginning YouTubers who are not getting views, consider using Facebook. Make your own Facebook page and it will definitely pay off. Next one. Number 3, my website. It's called www.breedingbutterflies.com. It's my personal blog. And you know what? It actually gets a lot of visitors. Now the counter, last time I checked, was over 25,000 reads. That's a shitload of reads, isn't it? But there's one problem. The internet is filled with bots, so a lot of those reads may be fake reads by just bots or spam bots scouring the internet. But still, it's a significant amount of reads. And I also make sure to post a lot of links to my YouTube channel on my website. There's like this button that takes my readers to my channel. And I was successful in building my own website about breeding moths that redirects people to my YouTube channel, because they see the things I write about moths and insects and they become interested in what I do, and they see my insect videos and they subscribe. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now I do want you guys to know this is not a YouTube tutorial for everyone. I am sharing how I get views, how I get views. So I am only sharing the things that I am successful with. For example, I am not mentioning all the other platforms like Tumblr or TikTok or whatever is popular nowadays, because I don't use them, and this is my personal experience that I'm sharing. This is not a YouTube tutorial for everyone. This is a YouTube tutorial for me, for people like me, and maybe you can learn something from it, and maybe you can take away some of my knowledge and experience and integrate it into your channel. But I'm also just saying this is my subjective experience. For you, Reddit, Facebook or building a website may not work, but it worked for me, and I am just telling you what worked for me. This is not how to make lasagna. This is how to make Bart's favorite lasagna. It's my recipe. It's not for everyone. Next one. Number 4, Instagram. Oh yes, Instagram. Now I gotta say, I'm not a big fan of Instagram. In fact, I hate Instagram. I think it's a terrible platform. It's because when you post something new, your older posts get buried below it. So Instagram has zero potential of doing educational things, because I am actually an educator. Okay, this is a silly video because this is part of a silly YouTube series, a YouTube tutorial to celebrate getting 10,000 subscribers. But most of my content is actually educational. It's about the environment, it's about insects, it's about biology, and Instagram is really unsuitable for it, because imagine if I write a post with a lot of information about insects and I keep posting new ones and the older ones go to the bottom and nobody's seeing them anymore. That is wasted effort and wasted energy. On YouTube it's different, because you can make playlists and people can still find your oldest videos. So, in fact, my oldest videos are still my most popular videos. And on Instagram this wouldn't be possible. It would mean my most popular content would be buried under the new things I post, and that's lame. Despite that, I have an Instagram. Look at this. I have about 4,000 followers. It's not a lot. But I definitely get viewers from there, because under Instagram you can put a link in your description, in your bio, and people will click it, and when they click it they will find your other websites and channels. And here's the thing, Sometimes on YouTube I've gotten a comment like, hey, you're Bart, I found you on Instagram, I'm so happy to find out that you are a YouTuber. Ta-da! I do get views from there. It's a very small amount. It's like only a few percent compared to what I get from Facebook and Reddit. But there you go, my friends, there you go. Next one, we're going through this like a train. Number 5. This is perhaps one of the most important ones. Thumbnails. Thumbnails, 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 thumbnails. You know what the first thing is that people are going to see about your video? It's the thumbnail. Okay, you could make a great video, an excellent top quality YouTube content, 10 out of 10. But if it has a shitty thumbnail, nobody is going to click it, yeah? Right? The thumbnail is like, is the appearance. Okay, imagine that I am a great cook, right? And I make the world's best steak. But if it looks like crap, nobody is going to eat it. It's because appearance is the first thing you see, not the quality. Okay, it's like the menu of a restaurant. It's like if a restaurant, if it looks shitty, if it looks not hygienic, then people won't eat there, even if the food is really great. And that's the same thing with YouTube. The thumbnail is really, really damn important. I would say that about half of my views come from the damn thumbnail. Here, let me show you a comparison. This is one of my most popular videos, right? It's called like butterfly and moth compilation. Let's show you how many views it has. Well, this is the thumbnail of this video, right? Can you see it? Well, that thumbnail is actually edited. You see, the thumbnail used to be a little bit different. It used to look like this. It looks about the same, right? Let's compare these two thumbnails. So the only thing I did is I photoshopped one little moth in the middle. One little moth. Do you think that's significant? Do you think that will change the views? Well, let's see what happened when I changed the thumbnail. Let's see the views of this video. Yes, that's incredible, right? Only because of such a small insignificant detail. But here's the thing. Humans are very visual creatures, yes? The human eyes are very good at seeing patterns, at seeing contrast, and adding such a small detail just made the thumbnail so much more clickable that it got 100,000 more views just because of that little red moth that I edited in there. That sounds completely stupid, doesn't it? But it's literally what happened. And that's because the thumbnail is really your first impression that you're going to see. And if you make amazing videos, amazing content, and the thumbnail is shitty, nobody is going to watch it. Do effort for the thumbnail, guys. It is really one of the most important things. It's only a little work. It's not a lot of work, but the payoff is amazing. Really, the thumbnail. Number 6, keywords and title. Now, this may seem obvious, but the keywords and title are just like the thumbnail. They are what lure people into your YouTube channel, okay? If you make a cooking video and you call it making steak with Bart Coppens and you click on the video and I'm actually making chili, not steak, then people are going to be disappointed and they will stop viewing, okay? Because the title, it gives an expectation, okay? If your title doesn't match up with your content, people are going to be disappointed. But it's also, if you put a boring title, then people are also not going to watch it. It has to be descriptive but not misleading. You can make it a little bit spectacular. Oh, and don't make your titles clickbaity. Don't put them in caps lock or with a lot of exclamation marks. That's actually obnoxious. That doesn't work anymore on YouTube in this current year. Clickbait has changed. Just make sure that your title actually reflects what is happening in the video and that it talks about it, but in a positive way. Number 7, stand out. Stand out. Stand out, stand out, stand out, stand out. YouTube is the biggest platform, well, one of the biggest video platforms in the world. YouTube has millions and millions of users that are uploading millions and millions of videos. What makes you think that you will get noticed? Because you have to stand out. See, it's making a point. You have to understand that people go to YouTube after a long day of work People go to YouTube when they are bored to escape from the mundane things of life, okay? Life can get pretty boring sometimes, especially if you work a boring job and you come home and you just want to relax, and you had to do grocery shopping, you had to take your children from daycare, or your boss was complaining that your performance is not good, and YouTube is an escape from all of this. So you think that when people come home from work, they're going to watch a video about someone else going to work? No. You think that when they are tired of doing grocery shoppings, that they're going to look at another person doing grocery shoppings? No. People don't want to see your mundane daily life. You have to stand out, you have to be noticeable. In my case, what I do, I think is pretty unique. I make videos of butterflies and moths, and I'm not the only channel who is doing this, but there's also not a lot of channels who do this. It's a very small niche. I can probably name on one hand all the big insect channels there are on YouTube. I think there's like 5 to 10 big insect channels, and that's it, because there's not a lot of people who have this interest and passion, and who are also able to market it in a way that appeals to the big masses. So make interesting content. It sounds like very obvious, like, okay, Captain Obvious, thank you for saying my content has to be interesting. But I think a lot of people, sometimes I see channels not getting any views, and then there's definitely a lack of self-awareness, because it's like this woman doing grocery shopping, talking about her day, and oh guys, today I got some new Tupperware containers because I'm going to make meat bread tonight, and I'm going to make cabbage salad and take care of my dogs and children. Nobody cares, okay? People are trying to copy big YouTubers too much, because if you have millions of subscribers, then people are going to be interested in your daily life. But not if you are just a random person on the internet. Find something that is different. Do something that nobody else is doing. Because YouTube is oversaturated. There's a channel for everything. There's a channel for building watches and clocks. There's a channel for growing a vegetable garden. There are channels for how to take soil samples. There's channels for how to go fishing and collect worms as bait. There's a channel for literally everything, and that makes it very hard to get noticed, because in the early days it was easy to make it on YouTube if you did something, you know, if you were just amusing, or if your life was that interesting. But today you have to really stand out and do something at least that other people haven't done. Of course, you can also just vlog and tell about your personal life, but if you do that, you have to be really funny or amusing or stand out in any way. Number 8. Be consistent. Be consistent. Okay, if you just make a random video about a random thing every day, the people are not going to subscribe, because people like knowing what to expect from you. If people subscribe to my channel, they know that they will expect to see butterflies and moths, right? That's why people subscribe to my channel. And maybe some of them are also here for me and my personality, but I think more people are watching my channel for my insects than they are watching my channel for me. Okay, that's why you have to be consistent. Now that's kind of ironic, because this video you're watching right now, it's not a typical video. It's basically a special series for my channel where I give you a tutorial how to grow your YouTube channel, how I get views. But it's not my typical content, guys. Consistency is very important. For example, take PewDiePie, right? The guy, he seems multi-talented, but if you subscribe to him, you know you're going to get some of his jokes, his community, his gaming. People, you know, there's a formula and it works, okay? If you go to McDonald's, you know you're going to get a Big Mac and fries, and not an Argentinian beef chimichurri, okay? Then, because you go to McDonald's to get the Big Mac. You go to Bart Coppens to get the moths and butterflies. You go to PewDiePie to get the memes and jokes. You go to Ants Canada to look at the ants and the ant vlogs, right? You go to... Well, there's so many people. There's even a guy who has 1 million subscribers by reviewing fruit. Like, he's eating all kinds of exotic fruit nobody has heard of, and he's eating and reviewing them. And that's it. And it works because people know what to expect. So you have to find out what works for you and stick to it. That being said, variation is important. If you make the same shit every day, people are going to get bored. So it's a challenge. The biggest challenge is how to be consistent, but also how to spice things up and find a balance between that. Because I know if tomorrow I'm going to make a video about sand, and the day after I'm going to make a video about I don't know, how to take a shower, skincare routine, and the day after I'm going to film me going to Disneyland and travel vlog to Paris, and the day after I'm going to make I don't know, a video about physics, how gravity works, how Einstein written his relativity theory. People are going to unsubscribe because it's basically a mess. People don't know what to expect. People want to know what they are going to get on their plate from you, okay? So you have to find your own consistency, but don't make it repetitive. It has to be consistent, but not repetitive. Number 9, make a community. That's right. Your boy Bart Coppens here, he actually built some nice communities. I have a Discord server, feel free to join it. But I also have a WhatsApp chat. Again, feel free to join it. And this community, a lot of people are making friends, getting to know each other people who are interested in biology and nature, and people who are interested in insects. And that's good for your views. Also in the comments, if people are chatting to each other, having discussion, engagement, it gives you more views. Because if someone has to reply to a comment in your video, they have to go back to your video and view it again, right? That's good for your views. But it's also very good to know your core audience, to talk to them. The reason I connect with many people online and talk to them is because I get to know the people who follow me, and I get to know the things they like. Because maybe there's some things in my video that my community doesn't like, and I don't know about it. But if I talk to these people, if I engage with them, then I can learn from the things they like. And that helps me grow my channel. It's also nice to have a backbone, a strong community to rely on. If you ever get cancelled, if you misbehave on YouTube, for example, if you do something dirty that your fans don't like, don't do an oopsie, don't say the N-word, then it's good to have people who have your back. And that's only going to happen if you invest in growing a community. You can make servers nowadays. You can make your own forum, you can make your own Facebook group. There's many options. You can make your own subreddit, you can make your own Discord servers, you can make your own WhatsApp chats, your Telegram. There's so many options for you. Build a community. If you have many subscribers, you need to make a community. Alright, that's important, and it will not give you that many views, but it will give you a consistent level of views. Even, for example, imagine that people stop watching your channel and you fall out of grace. Then, even if your views go down, you still have this community, but it will never go away, right? So, last but not least, there is the algorithm. One of the most important things about getting views is knowing how to manipulate the algorithm of YouTube. YouTube is actually a very sophisticated artificial intelligence. And that sounds very futuristic, but it's not. For example, one thing that is important is view time. When people click on your video, YouTube measures how long people are watching your video, right? That's why clickbait doesn't work anymore. Because if people click on your video and they watch it for 10 seconds, and then they click on another video because they didn't like it, then your video will get demoted, it will get buried in the results. Because YouTube is seeing, people are clicking this video, but they're not watching all of it, so it must be a bad video. And that's very different from how YouTube used to be many years ago, because it used to be all about clicks. And clickbait, it used to be very popular, because as long as people are clicking your video, it will go up in popularity. That does not work anymore. YouTube can measure, are people skipping the video? Are they watching only half of it? And if they were watching all of it, then it will promote your video and show it to more people. So that is the algorithm. The algorithm is very important. YouTube is what decides what people are watching your videos, and that's why it's important not to make clickbait, and to be clear, and also to the first minute of your video is also really important. When people click on it, they have to be instantly hooked. So start with showing the most interesting things at the beginning of the video, like a teaser, And so they will stay around and watch the rest of the video to see what's going to happen, right? That's really important. If you scare away people in the first few seconds, then YouTube is going to hide your videos, because it sees people are clicking on it but they are leaving, so it must be a bad video. YouTube is very intelligent. Second of all, engagement. Engagement is people commenting under your video, people liking your video, is people subscribing, people coming back, people sharing your video to other websites. That is called engagement. Engagement is not something you do. Engagement is what your viewers do with your videos, if there's discussions below it. And community is also useful for that. And if you can get engagement, then the algorithm will notice, hey, people like this video, people are talking about it, let's take it up, give it to more people. Last but not least, there's the click-through rate, okay? If you show a thumbnail to someone, then sometimes 10% of those people will click on the video. And YouTube measures how many people click on the video of everyone that it's showing the video to, okay? YouTube if you show a video to 10 people and 8 people click on the video, then YouTube prefers to have this video over a video that you show to 1 million people and only 1,000 people click on it. Okay, 1,000 clicks is more than 8, but 1,000 clicks out of 1 million impressions is a very low click-through rate. Well, 8 out of 10 is a very good score. So how has the algorithm helped me? Here, let's take a look, because recently my channel was promoted by YouTube, which gave it thousands of views and subscribers. And here I can pinpoint the moment that the algorithm found my channel and boosted it into space. Take a look. Do you see that? Do you see that massive increase there? That massive increase right there? So that's how you do it. But YouTube wants a lot of people to click on your video, and they want a lot of people to stay on your video. So they have to click on it and they have to keep watching it for as long as possible. If they click on it and go away, the algorithm will not like your channel. So don't clickbait, and keep people hooked from the first second they click on your video. Make sure there's something that will keep them watching your video. And only then YouTube will boost your channel. Last but not least, one final tip. Don't be too controversial. Okay? This sounds weird, but behave yourself. YouTube is a very sophisticated artificial intelligence, as I've said before. And what it does is YouTube, the algorithm, if I'm talking in this video, it can hear the words and it can pick up on some controversial words, right? And if YouTube thinks your channel is controversial, or what you are doing is controversial, it will not support you and your channel and bury it. YouTube actually gives channels a secret hidden rating, from advertiser friendly to not advertiser friendly. That's because companies, for example, think of a company like Coca-Cola. Oh my god, we have new Coca-Cola with herring taste and we're going to promote it by playing ads on YouTube videos. Well, Coca-Cola doesn't want their product to be advertised on a video about Adolf Hitler. That's how it is. So if you talk about controversial things, about war, about politics, YouTube may promote your channel less. The algorithm doesn't like it. If you talk about the coronavirus, the Chinese government, if you say words like the word gay, yes, even that. There's a video about it by Nerd City, check it out. There's a lot of hidden words, and if YouTube hears you talking about these words, it will demote your channel in the algorithm. And so from that perspective, it's actually not a good idea to say things like that in this video, because YouTube can hear it. There's no staff members reviewing your video. It's a computer that can hear the words, and it gives it a hidden secret rating, and based on that it decides, this channel is advertiser friendly or not. And that makes sense because YouTube is about making money, okay? And if you upload things that not many companies want to play their advertisements on, it's not advertiser friendly, it's more mature content, then for YouTube it's more useless content, right? Because they want to make money. And if you're talking about politics, about crime, about sex, about murder, violence, then YouTube is going to demote your channel. And so I know YouTube is not very pro free speech, unfortunately. They are starting to censor people a lot, and that sucks. But you have to, if you really want to grow your channel big, then it's probably also smart to think about your attitude and the things you're going to upload. If you are going to be political on YouTube, hey, if that's your thing, I encourage it. It's a great platform to share your mind. But you must understand that yes, it is going to hurt your views. And these are the tips I can give you for today. This is a small mini-series to celebrate 10,000 subscribers. Last but not least, I am here playing a small parody of a douchebag YouTuber. Some of the things I say in this video sound insensitive, like if you don't get any views and subscribers, you are worthless. Well, you should know that that was humor. Okay, I don't mean that, of course, obviously. Just so people don't get mad at me. This is a more funny series where I give tips about YouTube. I hope to see you next time. Bye bye. Thanks for watching my YouTube series about YouTube. Everybody can become a YouTuber, so let's go get those views.
Don't we all just want to be internet famous, making videos in our basement, 6 figures ad revenue? It's so cool to be PewDiePie or Ethan Klein. But YouTube is a fickle bitch, there's no guarantees. Next month you might not make shit, no one knows what advertiser friendly now is. So just fuck it and make some cool shit. Views, 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 I need some motherfucking views, 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 I need some motherfucking views.